So once again, I welcome all of you to this webinar, national webinar on conference paper writing in library and information science. It is specifically based on Caliber 2025 by Infinite Center, conducted in association with the SP University, Tirupati. So please also note that I have no connection with these organizers. These are my personal observations and insights. And you can yourself prepare manuscript and submit, and its acceptance is up to the audience. And I have no role in accepting or rejecting your paper. So please have this in your mind. Okay, again, I welcome all participants from Kerala and outside Kerala who joined this meeting. And I am so happy that many of you have given very keen interest in submitting a paper to Caliber 2025. So I'm just sharing Caliber 2025 website. So hope you are now visible to, now you can view Caliber 2025 website. So please note that they have given everything and the deadline. So we have enough time. So 30th May 2025 is the last date for submission. Please also note that sometimes they would extend the deadline because if enough papers are not reached, there is possibility. But you need not worry. No, wait for that. Please prepare according to this deadline, last date, and you will get intimation about the status of your paper. And as you know, you need to register, or one of the authors needs to register for the conference in order to present that paper over there at SP University. So that is their requirements. And then again, please note that they have given theme. So I invite you to, we can just go through the theme of or sub-themes of Caliber 2025, Library 2024, Democratizing Knowledge Towards Vikasit Bharat. So this is the main theme, democratization or democratic access to libraries or knowledge sources. And even looking at the main theme, you will be in a position to generate more ideas. Again, some sub-theme 1, sub-theme 2, sub-theme 3. So under sub-theme 1, you can see that digital knowledge creation, sharing and infrastructure. Digital knowledge creation, sharing and infrastructure. Under this, designing policies to strengthen library systems across India, the role of cloud computing, AI, and blockchain in library systems, strengthening the open access, a movement for research and education, open education resources, OER, for equitable learning opportunities, the role of government, private sector, and NGOs in democratizing access and funding strategies for scaling and modernizing library infrastructure. So these are the first theme. So please note that I think almost technical, except this OER, this is a concept. You can attempt a conceptual paper for OER and open access, and some other elements. Then libraries as enablers of social equity and SDGs, that is Sustainable Development Goals by UNESCO. So this is also important today, SDGs. So expanding library services for under-reserved and marginalized communities, libraries empowering women, children, and differently abled individuals, inclusive library programs to bridge the urban-rural knowledge gap, libraries as advocates for environmental awareness and education, the role of libraries in achieving sustainable development goals. So these are the sub-themes under libraries as enablers of social equity and SDGs. Then again, third theme, libraries as e-resource gateways and innovation hubs, federated search and discovery services to access e-resources, strengthening library networks for global information access, fostering startup ecosystems through knowledge access and mentorship, strengthening research and innovation through smart libraries, maker spaces, and digital labs, benchmarking and performance metrics for academic libraries. So these are the uh, topics coming under three sub-themes of Caliber 2025. So those participants who are desirous of submitting a paper can, first of all, first they can go through the themes and sub-themes, and please pick a topic that is you think that you could be in a position to make a paper on this topic. So that is very, very important. So please note that you would be in a position to cite or read literature, enough literature or related literature on this topic, and you are in a position to, or it is part of your research, or it is part of your work, and that is very important. Otherwise, it would be difficult for you to manage, but no problem. If you are taking a new topic, that is also important, that is also a challenging task, that is also encouraged or appreciated. Okay, then again, paper submission guidelines, you can just see they have given submission guidelines. So please also, so you, I think for the time being, you need not worry about these things because these are simple things. Please note that they would make your paper available on. So they would be in a position to, no, they would not be in a position to uh, edit all manuscripts separately, all accepted manuscripts. So they have given you. So please conform to these guidelines and prepare accordingly, because it is very difficult for them to edit individual papers according to the styles, the structure. So please, and it is better that before starting you make a template out of this guidelines or structure. Okay, based on this structure, you can make a template and you can start writing. So it would be, no, otherwise it would be difficult for you to align sentences, align paragraphs. Okay, so that is better that you please go to guidelines and start your writing according to the structural requirements of Caliber 2025. Okay, then again, paper, other guidelines for paper submission, other guidelines, then paper submission. So here also you can read what type of documents you should send, and please also note that these organizers would like you to, or they want you to send your paper without your name, that is anonymous manuscript without having your name, affiliation, or any other element that would help them to identify you or help the reviewers identify you. So it would be a anonymous file having no name, no affiliation, no mail address, anything that could help you to identify. And please also that APA 7th edition referencing style, please also follow this one before starting your work. So these are the basic requirements, basic structures. Now we have covered the basic themes of the conference themes, and you are supposed to identify a theme that is best suitable for you. And again, you also make a template with regard to the uh, requirements submitted by them. Next thing. So suppose we have selected a topic, then what can we do? So please, I encourage you to visit the IR of Implement Center. This is the IR of Implement Center. So here you can see many conference proceedings, of Caliber as well as Planner. These are the two programs being conducted by annually conducted by Implement Center. So you can see their accepted papers here, and there is a search facility. And for example, if you see this one, browse communities, issue date, otherwise search, title wise search are available. So if you click on issue date, now you can see total number of articles or total number of materials contained in this particular IR. So 2003 articles or documents are there in this institutional repository. And please also note that they have made recently, they have made another, I think this is a copy of this repository, or they would be shifting to that repository, new repository. Please note down, this is now ir.influnet.ac.in. The new one is ir7.influnet.ac.in. So this is a new one. And please also see this one, communities home by issue date. Here also 2003, that is 2003 documents are there. That means they have shifted to this new DSpace. So please note that this is a system based on DSpace software, And please also note that IRs are very important. That is, institutional repositories are very important. And we have seen one topic here, that is open access. So here, open education resources, then strengthening the open access movement for research and education. So this topic is closely related to IRs, institutional repositories, and the green open access movement, and some other forms of open access. So please note that. So whenever you try to attempt a paper on open access movement, please don't forget to include IRs, IRs by many institutions, and IRs by, that is, institutional repositories by Influnet Center and other universities, and including Shodh Ganga, as you know. So this is a Influnet Center website. So please also go through the main programs of Implement Center, because sometimes you would be in a you may require to cite or mention about their programs, because your paper is based on that. Okay, so please don't forget to go to Implement Center and their website, and various programs. So various major activities, that is ONOS is one activity. So suppose you are planning to submit a paper on ONOS. Please identify from those themes which one is related to ONOS. Then again, Shodh Ganga is there. EP, then Shodh Sindhu, Shodh Sindhu, Shodh Gangotri, Vidwan database, one important database, Vidwan database, and uh, Infed, IRINS, she, RNI, IR at the rate Influnet. So these are some of the important programs of Influnet Center. So again, if you are planning to contribute a paper on federated search or something, please check Soul software of Influnet Center. Soul. And this can be, or some other ways uh, you can focus on Sol, or compare Sol with other softwares for federated search. Okay, then uh, Indian Union Catalog, online copy catalog, and these are some of the important programs of Implement Center. Then again, infed. Now you might have listened, you might have seen that whenever you try to access database, a database from outside your institution, you will be asked to put your institutional email ID or password. So these remote access facilities are managed by Infed Center. So all universities, Infed Center is supporting. Whenever you try to access a database from outside your institution, you will be asked. I'm sorry. So again, I encourage you to visit InflipNet website in order to identify their various programs. Then, so these are the first requirements. You visit IR, you visit InflipNet Center. Then next thing. So please, suppose you have selected a topic out of those three main themes, and now you go for uh, review of literature, because please note that when you are when you are planning to write something about a topic, you need to have access to, or you need to know about the present status of that particular topic. So please cite, or please identify related literature. Please note that even though you are submitting a paper to a conference, in future you can make this paper to a journal paper. Please note that. So whenever you do a conference paper, do it rigorously. Rigorously in the sense that you cite proper, you cite, or you read uh, prominent journal papers, prominent works, important works in this area, so that this paper can be, or this conference paper can be submitted in a modified version. It can be submitted to a journal. So that is why I am encouraging you to cite prominent works. So how can we cite prominent work? So first of all, you go to Scopus database. If you have access to Scopus database over there, you go to Scopus database. Otherwise, you go to Google Scholar. Not Google. Google also, you can also search Google, because sometimes I will just show you. Sometimes Google search, for example, you selected a topic, benchmarking, benchmarking, benchmarking in libraries, benchmarking in libraries. Then sometimes a Google search will give you some basic ideas about benchmarking and library association. And along with your search, you just put uh, a paper, for example, Sage, Sage, and so you would be in a position to get some articles from Sage. So this way, otherwise the Sage website, web address, so that you would be in a position to, otherwise, for example, you put Shodh Ganga, okay, along with the benchmarking libraries, Shodh Ganga. So now the results would be from Shodh Ganga, Shodh Ganga, Shodh Ganga. So this way you would be in a position to Without going to Shodhganga, you would be in a position to use Google search engines power to access your related literature. And further, as we know, you go to Google Scholar, Google Scholar for identifying literature. So benchmarking libraries. So now please note that I have added one important extension to my Google Scholar, that is X-Citation. X-Citation is an extension to Chrome, and if you add this X-Citation to your Chrome, you will be in a position to view search results like this: Q1 journals, Q1 journals, Q1 journals. So why I am telling this one? Because even Google and Google Scholar would be in a position to give you results from prominent publishers and less prominent publishers, prominent sources, less prominent sources. So when you want to identify only prominent sources, okay, then most cited works, when you want to have most cited works in this topic, then you can add this X-Citation to your Chrome. Then you would be in a position to have search results in this way. So I'm just clicking on sites. Now you can see sites. One, this is cited by 145. Maybe not. I have checked this one, and I could not find more papers on benchmarking in library. So I'm referring this topic. Please note that benchmarking and performance metrics for academic libraries. Copy this one, paste, search, benchmarking. So please identify, first of all, please identify some journals. So please, because this is Emerald Journal, sites, then Emerald Journal, Telan Francis, very important journal, important journal, important journal. So please identify some important journal papers. At least, I think at least 20 to 30 papers you must select for your review of literature. And please also start citing works from introduction onwards, because how can you start an introduction? Please please do go to many databases, journal databases, and read many good papers. So instead of reading introduction should be like this, introduction should be like this way, no, you please go to databases directly and read some articles and see the introduction and read those introduction and understand that their style, the methods or the style requirements and the way they have made the introduction, so that you would be in a position. So for example, this benchmarking and library quality maturity, I'm just clicking this one. So now you can see abstract. This is abstract part. So please note that this is also a good way to prepare your paper. So this is a emerald style. So emerald always requires your paper an abstract in this form. So this is abstract common heading, and under this purpose, design methodology approach, findings, originality value, keywords. So when you put this one, so before planning your paper, if you structure your paper like this, you would be in a position to structure your paper according to a style by Emerald. So in future, you can submit your paper to any of the Emerald journals. Okay. Then again, introduction. So benchmarking has been a widely used tool in business and industry for 25 years. So again, they are it has been credited with enabling one citation, second citation. So this is called citable codes. So whenever you read something, whenever you read a paper, you please pick many citable codes. Citable codes means this is citable code, because if you go to this paper, if you go to this camp 1989, you would not be in a position to see this sentence as such. Why? Because this is the core or citable code taken by this paper's author, that is Wilson F. This paper's author. So again, he has taken another citable code. So our first duty is that, our first aim is that you read a paper and you take citable codes. That is very, very important for structuring your paper, writing your introduction, review, and relating your ideas to previous ideas. That's very, very important, because whenever you check international journal papers, you can see that they are making or they are structuring the paper by citing prominent works published before, because they are relating their works to established papers or established theories, established authors. That is a very important thing in order to accept your paper, even for conference as well as for journal. So I told you that even though you are submitting your paper to a conference, please note that in future you would be in a position to submit your paper to a journal. So journal articles are very, very, very important for you. So this way you can see. And what is the next structure? So these authors have written in another way, because you cannot see a review of literature. And I will again show one paper. So this is from uh, AAC, that is a civil engineering paper on benchmark performance metrics for integrated project delivery. And I have found that this particular paper, even though the title is benchmark performance metrics, these authors have never explained what is benchmark performance, what is benchmarking, history of benchmarking, nothing. If you search search for the word benchmark, you can see only this heading, benchmark. Nowhere they have written benchmark as if benchmark. And there is no need to. Please also note that when you attempt a paper, you need not define benchmark. You need not benchmark is this, benchmark is that. No need, because it is actually benchmarking, benchmark performance, benchmark metrics have this established. So there are enough literature for those items. So you need not worry about defining or introductory something about teaching your audience about benchmarking is this one. No, instead of that, you can just say that benchmarking, for example, if you read this paper, I came to this paper from Google Scholar. And if you read this paper, you can cite this paper by benchmarking performance metrics are being used by civil engineers. Okay, this simple sentence, benchmark performance metrics for integrated project delivery are used by civil engineers. And you can cite these authors, Awad and Hannah. This just that is because you have read before that. You please read this one. You read this one and you identify how benchmark performance metrics are being used by civil engineers across the world, because that is very, very important for you. Please, I am asking you to read papers on benchmarking by other scholars, that is scholars belonging to other field. Then only you will be in a position to cite other works, because benchmarking is being used by medical experts, civil engineers, scholars in computer science. So this way you would be in a position to incorporate your ideas with world class ideas. Okay, and libraries also. Then coming to libraries, then you can also cite some works, important works from libraries. So this is my suggestion. You please read works belonging to other fields, not only library science. then you will be in a position to identify important works, and you can also cite this work. Okay. Then again, instead of instead of benchmarking benchmarking uh, influences benchmarking influences, so you can instead of trying for separate keywords, you can try for sentences. That is, you want benchmarking influences something. Okay. Benchmarking influences ranking. Benchmarking influences ranking. Benchmarking influences performance. Performance. Okay, performance. So the result, search results are different. See this one. See this one. Then please also note that you have an idea about the important journals, so that whenever you see Wiley online library, you please note down it. Note it down. Wiley. Then Emerald. Note it down. Wiley. Again. Emerald. Emerald. Then when you see something that is not related, not important, that is not from an important publisher, important in an important journal, please avoid it. Okay. So that is my idea. So instead of searching for keywords, you can also search for the sentences that you would like to have in other articles. So benchmarking influences uh, performances. Then again, you can see, please keep on changing. Don't worry about Google Scholar. Please keep on changing keywords and start searching. So now different papers. Now different papers may influence the future of performance results. Okay. So this way. So this is applicable to all topics. Please note that I'm just uh, modeling one topic, but it is applicable to all topics that you take. So whatever topics you have taken, you please come to Google Scholar or Scopus database and search for related literature in this way, so that you would be in a position to get citable codes. Citable. So I'm trying this for citable codes, because we need citable codes for citing related works. Citing related works. Okay. So this is about Google Scholar, uh, Google Scholar searching. And please also note that you have a customization facility. For example, if sometimes your reviewers would ask you to cite most recent works. In that case, since 2024, just click on since 2024, then you will be in a position to get most recent papers on benchmarking. Benchmarking. So benchmarking India, Indian Library, Indian Library. Okay, this way. So I suggest that you keep on changing keywords on Google Scholar, so that you will be in a position to. So please spend more time. Please spend more time to identify relevant literature, because that is, and whenever you get a literature that is, you think that it is very relevant or related, please note it down, and please have a mentally software or related software. So mentally software or related software. And please add this work to mentally. Please add this software to mentally, so that you would be in a position to cite without, no, without manual effort. No, you would be in a position to cite. So I think I have one here. Open mentally. So for example, if this is your work. So this is APA. So here it is, I have installed mentally here. And now this is a insert citation is an option. Insert citation, go to mentally. And there is this work, for example, this work, otherwise this work. Okay. Cite. Then see this one, cite. This work cited. Then you can also see the style. No need for manual typing. And moreover, when you want to have a bibliography, just by clicking insert bibliography, you are in a position to have bibliography in APA or some other forms. So please note that always use a mentally software. Just those who are unable to mentally reference manager. So this is widely known now. There are many equivalent soft systems like Sotiro, EndNote. So Mendeley is a reference manager software by Elsewhere publisher. This is free up to certain amount of data, but that is enough for us. So if you install Mendeley on your desktop, Mendeley would be in a position to add citation and create bibliography for you. So you need not worry about manual changing citation style. That is very important. Otherwise, you can also, those who are unable to have Mendeley software installed on your computer and use Mendeley, you can just attend any workshops offered by professionals, library professionals, or some other teachers or faculty members on Mendeley software. So that's very important. This is very important, and you need not worry about manual citation and manual creating manual bibliography. Okay, and moreover, it is very easy for to you switching over to citation styles Mendeley software. Then again, if you have access to Scopus database, go to Scopus, and please also note that Scopus uh, Scopus searches. Just so there are many this Boolean search title search, article title having this performance benchmarking performance metrics, academic library search. So titles having benchmarking. No, I think this is a very important area, because if it is not available, you go to article title abstract keywords anywhere these keywords. So then 7 keywords: academic rating index, pixel efficiency. Those is unrated, not related. Not related to libraries, I think, interlibrary loan operations. So one thing. So whenever you find something, you please try to read that, and you please make some citable quotes from this paper and use that their idea to this paper. And please also note that Scopus, you can also use Scopus database. Then again, I will also show you one. So, for example, if you are making ranking, a paper on ranking in a year of ranking 2024, please note that you would be in a position to give your users or your readers something that they cannot easily identify just by going through NIRF websites. So that would be your paper. Your paper would be in a position to give them insights that is not generally available. This insight is available because you have done something new. You have applied some innovative ideas, or you are incorporating some ideas from some other field. That is why the users or your readers are in a position to have some new ideas. For example, see this one, universities. I'm just giving you the idea behind this one. This is the university ranking. By just looking at you can see that there are 100 universities in uh, page first page, that is top 100 universities are there. So there is nothing. 100 universities are there. One is IAC, Jawaharlal Nehru University, Jamia Millia. So this is a page anybody can view. So please note that when you see this one state, if you click here, then you will get a state-wise data. So which universities are from which states, or which states dominate the NIRF ranking, which states dominate. So by clicking this way and by analyzing the state-wise data, you would be in a you would be in a position to give readers that data further. See for more details, and you can see TLR, RPC, GO, OI, perception. So these are the 5 parameters of NIRF ranking, and you check these you check these you check these parameters of 100 universities, and you identify that universities having more RPC score are coming on top or coming on the 1 to 100 list each year. So that is a study, that's an inference, that's a finding that you are contributing. So this way you will be in a position to contribute something, whatever whatever theme you have selected, whatever paper you are attempting. You please note down that, please keep in mind that you would be in a position to give something new to the readers, something new, something new, that they are gaining something new out of your paper. So this way you plan your paper. Okay. So for example, RPC score, and for example, perception. And if you see this particular Jadavpur University, perception is 63.74. Perception is 63.74. Then again, if you go to some other university, 74. Again, Anna University, 74. Alagappa University, 35. Then perception, I'm just focusing on perception. Then Mumbai University, Kerala University, perception, 33. Less. Cochin University, perception, 34. Less. Christ University, Jain University, Bangalore. So now, by looking at the perception and by looking at the score they have obtained for perception, you would be in a position to identify that some universities get more scores for perception and some universities get less score for perception. Why? So you are asking a question, why? And you are trying to find out these things, perception, and you would be giving an idea to the audience that perception of a university or perception score can be increased by this way. So that is a contribution, because universities across the country are in a position to apply your ideas, because you are giving them an idea that if you change this one, or if you organize this one, or if you arrange this thing this way, you would be in a position to increase your perception, and you will be in a position to increase the score for perception. And if you increase the score for perception, your institution would get more marks for perception, and it will reflect in its ranking. So this way I'm just giving ideas regarding new ideas. So how can you this is actually, when you explain this one, this is the source or methodology, the methodology you have adopted, and the source, data source, you have collected data from methodology part, you can say you have collected data from this source. So I have taken from 2016 to 2024 data, 2016 to 2024. Please also note that now InfibNet requires data. See, data, that means you would be processing this data. Processing means you would be collecting this data, you would be analyzing this data, and you are required to give this data to InfluNet Center so that they would be archiving this data in their archive data repository, and these data would be utilized by some other person in some other way for some other contribution. Okay, so that is why that is also important. So these are actually, I have given you some ideas about then can we use AI for your paper? So please note that no journals now accept AI as an author. So please use AI for your. I will just show you this benchmarking. So benchmarking. I'm just ChatGPT general. I'm just using ChatGPT general. Uh, Give me a title. Uh, Conference paper. Paper topic. Open this one. Okay. Benchmarking and performance metrics for academic libraries. Benchmarking excellence, evolving performance metrics for academic libraries in digital era. Measuring what matter. So there are many options. Benchmarking. Benchmarking towards quality Indian academic libraries. Okay, Indian academic libraries. So you can keep on changing your title or refine your title using ChatGPT or some other AI mechanism. But please note that please don't copy paste ChatGPT created content for your article. You can refine always. You can refine because when you know something, you can ask it for more details, and for other aspects you can ask, and you can write in your own way. Please note that you can write in your own way. Please keep no please keep AI as an assistant. Okay, assistant for you, and you can refine your title, introduction, anything, but please don't copy paste. Simply copy paste whatever it gives to you. Okay, so that is possible. That is possible. Then again, your AI is over, and ethical standards. Please note that caliber has given us. Please also, first of all, you go to create a login, create a account over here. So there is a possibility to create an account, login. So I have created one account now here. Okay, you create one. This is sometimes it shows like this. Okay, you create one account over there, so that you would be in a position to see your paper. So that is actually after submitting your paper or before submitting your paper, and you would be in a position to see the your status of your paper. Okay, status of your paper. So it is called a dashboard. You would be in a position to see one heading here, dashboard, and this implement center would see this one, caliber 2025, caliber 2025, fourth international account has been created. You will receive a mail like this when you create your an account over there. Okay, so I think these are some of the things I wanted to share with you. Please note that this is not final. We will meet again. Now this is just an introduction, just giving you an introduction to the Implement Center and Caliber and the topics and the way you can just start writing and searching related literature. Please also, I advise that please also uh, go to yeah, journals, and for example, uh, how to create a conference paper conference paper by Sage. Sage. Okay, Sage. So Sage might have given you submission guidelines. Please try to read important publishers' guidelines for preparing an article. This is very, very important. Very, very important. And then IEEE. IEEE, because IEEE conferences are very famous in the world. So they have given you many insights on how to create, because conferences are very important part of IEEE. So conference proceedings, preparation of a formatted conference paper, because even though this is related to science and technology, you would be getting more ideas to avoid something and accept something. Okay. Again, Taylor and Francis, elsewhere, because you must have idea about the most prominent publishers in the world, so that they have given you enough guidelines for submitting. I think I would prepare a manuscript, PPT about this one, and I will supply you, incorporating all these websites. Okay, publishers website. Okay, so these are some of the things, not all things, I wanted to share with you as an introduction. As an introduction, I think we will meet again for when you select a manuscript, when you select a topic, and when you start writing, we would meet again. Okay, so thank you very much for attending this webinar. Now I expect all of you to give your suggestions or ask questions, so that I can prepare these things for the next presentation regarding this Caliber 2025. So now we have enough time. So now just to start thinking over, thinking over it, and select a topic, select a theme out of the 3 themes, and now start writing. So read related literature. Okay. So now you can ask questions, because I am just enabling you. You can unmute now and you can start asking, and I will also check your chat box for your queries.
Good evening.
Okay, sir.
Sir, if I want to write a review on few tools, so should I suppose to take the information from the already published articles, or should I suppose to read the documentation of that particular software?
No, sir. This actually, if the